Our topic today is the material mind and the spirit mind integrating for a transcended life. This is our 6th weekend where we have an interactive sharing of insights gained in weekend 4 on quantum cognition and weekend 5 on quantum emotions and relationships. We are almost getting to the climax of our pilgrimage to have a refined ordinary mind integrated with our spirit mind as we shift from material emotion to spiritual emotion to embrace quantum love, heal our relationships in preparation for quantum spirituality. Integrating the material mind that is focused on physical, day-to-day survival and ego with the spirit mind that is connected to higher consciousness and inner self creates a transcended life where we live in the physical world without being enslaved by its limitations. And this integration transforms the body and the material world into instruments for spiritual expression to grow in awareness of the world beyond the physical that the material mind often assumes as the only reality. Integrating the material mind that is focused on senses and physical reality with the spirit mind that focuses on consciousness, purpose, and inner truth allows us for a balanced life where material resources are used as tools to enhance spiritual growth. Rather than being opposites, the material mind and the spirit mind can work in harmony, with the spirit mind guiding actions and the material mind executing them in the physical world. Isn't this beautiful? Living a transcended life means moving beyond our daily struggles, limiting beliefs, and ego-driven behaviors to maintain continuous inner peace, love, and clarity, integrating moments of meditative stillness into daily actions, allowing for a higher consciousness that fosters resilience, compassion, and a deeper, meaningful existence. The material mind, that is our lower egoic self, the I, the body mind, is primarily concerned with physical comfort and tangible, measurable reality. It often focuses on external validation, on fear and limitations. The spirit mind, on the other hand, that higher self, that higher consciousness, the I am, represents the inner subjective part of us that seeks meaning, purpose, and connection to a higher power. It offers inspiration, intuition, and a broader perspective of life. These two minds work together to live a spiritual-oriented life. And the spirit mind uses the physical body as an instrument and the physical environment of the body to experience and learn, treating the material physical world as a classroom for growth and transformation. So instead of running away from the world, a spiritual life involves engaging in daily duties with awareness, turning mundane tasks into love-based spiritual phenomena. These two worlds, the physical world and the unseen realm of energy, have to be balanced. The material world provides the means to live, while the spirit world gives the life we are living its meaning. And a balanced life acts in the world while remaining detached from the ultimate results and outcomes, reducing fear and worry. Money, possessions, managed by the material mind can be used to serve others and support spiritual goals rather than for ego-driven accumulation. The practical steps for integration of the two minds and the two worlds involve enjoying the material world without being attached to it, and practicing mindfulness to anchor our spirit in the present now moment that is magical, that is powerful, while navigating daily routines and having intentionality set in the inner spirit, and then taking inspired, intuitive action in the material world to fulfill the intentions that we set. Actively cultivating gratitude to reduce the materialism-driven desire for more focusing instead of what we already have within our inner hermitage. When the spirit mind drives and the material mind acts, life is harmonious rather than a conflict between spiritual ideals and worldly realities. The benefits of a transcended life include inner peace, the freedom from the constant anxiety of material gain or loss, resilience, which is the ability to remain centered despite external chaos, enhanced creativity, which is a clearer connection to inspiration that comes from the higher source, and purposeful living of a life that is both successful in the material world and meaningful in the spiritual world. This transcended life is a dynamic, ongoing process where we learn to be in the world, but not of the world, navigating the trials and challenges we meet. And it's as if we are having a foot in both worlds. So, are we willing to shift from the material existence to a spiritual existence? When we are caught in the material world, even though we are practicing spiritual practices, if we don't spend time in contemplation, in silence, recharging and analyzing who we are, we will not be able to deal with the challenges that life throws our way. So many people struggle with themselves unnecessarily, and they can't find peace. That peace is already present within us, in that inner hermitage within. Let's look at integrating spiritual and material dimensions of human life, the spiritual matrix of the material world. The materialistic worldview ignores the spirit dimension of human life, just as the spiritualist worldview demonizes the materialistic dimension. The two dimensions have to be integrated in harmony because there is no spirit without matter and there is no matter without spirit. We have to learn to give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar and to give to God what belongs to God. Many of us feel deeply passionate about spirituality. However, our world, with its orientation around material things, can make it difficult to see how life of the soul can fit into that framework. And with that problem in mind, let us explore some ideas about the relationship between material life and spiritual development and how these two may not inherently oppose each other. The everyday activities we undertake to meet our needs for food, for shelter, for energy, and other necessities of life have a disproportionately large influence on the shape of our lives. Like a star with a massive gravitational pull, material life draws all smaller things into its orbit. So, how do we live a spiritual life in a material world? How do we live as an energy being when we have been brought up and taught to see only the physical world that we can see and touch? Spirituality is about finding the divine spirit within our inner hermitage. It's about transcending the triple suffering that is the pain of the body, the misery of the mind, and the agony of the ego. And that's where most of us are still stuck. How do we transcend the misery of the mind to attain freedom of the soul? And this is from the Western cultures of Buddhism. Of all the things that people value, the mind is the most precious. It is the most precious treasure in the whole world. Are we taking good care of it? Are we making sure to look after it well? This mind can be tricked easily into happiness or sadness, and it has the power to deceive us as long as we take our deluded thoughts as real. These thoughts continue to torment us mercilessly. No creature is as miserable as man in misery of the mind. We torture ourselves with our mind. Sorrow, pain, and suffering are burning in the mind. No creature's mind is full of torture, full of fear, full of loss, full of grief, pain, discontent, anguish, lamentation, rejection, as the mind of man. Our life on earth is ever fettered of sorrow, of storms and turmoil and disappointment, ambition, insecurity, envy, and discrimination. And all this is due to what we allow ourselves to think in our heads. Thoughts are very seductive. And when these thoughts are unnoticed, they have compelling power and they become dictators of the mind. However, when we notice them with awareness, the power they have is the power that we give to them. So in the light of awareness, thoughts dissolve and become empty. And we touch the wonders of the world and reality when we tame our thoughts. Letting go of anxiety, living a life of calm heals the body and the mind. And our greater purpose in life is mind liberation. We can train the mind to stay peaceful amidst chaos. For the surmounting of sorrow and lamentation, and for the disappearance of suffering and discontent, and all those things dominating our lives are seen in a new set of eyes when our mind is liberated. And we will no longer be prisoners of our own mind. And we will be able to transmute pain into purpose for higher sovereign self-living, transcending the stress response-driven life. And this will be possible when we learn to live in the world, this physical world, as dualistic beings, in a physical world and the energetic world that is unseen. So being dualistic being means that we are composed of two fundamentally distinct, often separate entities, and that is a physical body of matter and an immaterial mind or soul, which is consciousness or spirit. And this suggests that while our bodies are tangible and physical and subject to physical laws, our minds and souls are intangible, non-spatial, and capable of independent thought or existence. So when we learn to operate as dualistic beings, this involves integrating our physical existence in the material world with our non-physical energetic essence of mind, consciousness, and soul. And the goal is a balanced, holistic life that honors both the tangible, physical, and the intangible aspects of our being, the unseen energy of spirit, soul. And this is duality as balance. And this suggests that these two worlds aren't opposing forces, but complementary aspects of a whole existence. Finding harmony between them is essential if we are to live a fulfilled, complete life. When we learn to live in the world as dualistic beings, insights, ideas, and aha moments flow to us with ease and grace, effortlessly. And we will be in the right place at the right time, which is synchronicity. And we will have insights that make us lucky. And our dreams will seem to unfold naturally. You are thinking of something, and before you even turn, it's already there waiting for you. So let's have a preview of the trajectory of the pilgrimage of the soul on its transformative journey from the ordinary egoic material mind to a point where the egoic mind or the material mind or the I merges with the I am. You know who the I am is. The voice that came in the burning bush where Moses had to remove his shoes. And this is where the material mind fits in the space of the spirit mind. And that's where the material mind functions at its highest potential. Are you getting prepared to function at your highest potential? The egoic self is the sense of I that is tied to personal identity, to a name, to fame, to fears, and a perception of being a separate individual. I am this body. I am successful. I am famous. I need external validation. All that is the egoic I. The ego is rooted in the material world and operates from fear and self-preservation. The I am, on the other hand, this I am presence is our true self. It is the higher self, and it is the permanent and changing pure consciousness, that universal presence within every human being, within you and me, and within everybody. It is beyond time and space, and it is beyond personal limitations because it is rooted in love, wisdom, and a sense of unity or oneness with all life. So the goal as we make this journey into our inner hermitage is not to destroy the ego, but to realize its illusory nature and allow the true self to guide our lives. As the ego is exposed to the clarity of the I am presence, it naturally fades or aligns, shifting the individual's experience from fear-driven separate self to a life guided by intuition and an authentic sense of purpose. And the merging of the egoic self and the I am is a process of realization. And this is a transcendence of the ego's illusions to reveal the already present true self of the I am that already is within our inner hermitage. And this merging is a transformative process achieved through practices that shift attention inward into that still, silent sanctuary within. What are these practices? The first practice is self-inquiry. And this is where we question, who am I? And this helps the mind to turn inward and recognize the source from which the ego arises, leading to the ego's dissolution or alignment with the journey that we are on. Our ego can get on the transformative journey as well when we take this self-inquiry very seriously. The second practice is mindfulness and meditation. And these practices quiet the ego mind and help to anchor attention in the present now moment that is magical and powerful, allowing the pure I am consciousness to become clearer. And this is where the voice of intuition becomes so clear, because this intuition already knows where it needs to be. All we need to do is follow and guide and flow and get to that place where we need to be, because that's our mission, that's our calling, that's the reason we put on a physical body, in order to execute the mission that we were sent on the physical earth to accomplish. And the third exercise or the third practice is surrender and acceptance. And this means letting go of the ego's need for control, The ego's need for judgment and attachment to specific outcomes, creating space for the higher self guidance to emerge. And this is where we let that higher guidance to direct us to how we need to get out of the tribulations that we face. We cannot fix the challenges we go through. The inner guidance gives us the wisdom on how to navigate them. And the fourth practice is living from the heart. Cultivating love, compassion, and vulnerability helps align our actions with the higher self's qualities, transcending the ego's fear-based motivations. Isn't that beautiful? How do we embody the I am so that we are no longer playing small, so that we can transcend from the limited self to the limitless self? And this is a process of taking the journey within into our inner hermitage, that place of stillness and silence, where you are already complete, where you are already whole, where you are already worthy, deserving, healed, where you are already love and peace and joy and freedom and abundance. It's embracing our inner power and living authentically by shedding fear, self-doubt, and people-pleasing habits. It means fully owning who we are and sharing our gifts with the world without apology or without shrinking our presence for others' comfort. This is deep. Are you willing? Are you ready to live authentically from your inner core, your core essence, integrating mind, body, and spirit to experience wholeness, to experience presence and alignment with your deepest values? It's a felt sense showing up in your actions and sensations and inner knowing, moving beyond limiting beliefs and external conditioning, empowered choice. And this involves deep self-awareness, embracing all parts of yourself, embracing your shadow and your light, and integrating your shadow and your light to live authentically. So recognize where you play small. Become aware of situations where you hold back your thoughts, where you avoid risks or make yourself physically or emotionally smaller. Get comfortable with discomfort because growth happens outside your comfort zone. And this offers an alternative way of looking at situations, events, circumstances, people, and places, instead of remaining stuck, perceiving life from only the expected, familiar, logical outcome that could be a narrow and limited perspective. Learn from the prior programming because it's not our fault. So it is time to think big, because we've been trained, taught, and programmed and conditioned to play small, to hold ourselves back, to deny our greatness, to hide our ambitions so as not to be judged as too much. And we've been told to hide parts of ourselves to please others. We've been brought up to believe that we aren't good enough. And we've been taught to be nice. However, we aren't taught to access our inner power. And this could be limiting the full expression of our fullest potential. The world, the society, the things we hear, and the many things we define as normal are actually creating a trap that does not let us find the real essence of life, to live life authentically. We all are conditioned by society systems that are a trap to detach us from our inner personal power. And we have been living in a matrix of the programmed subconscious mind that has become our prison. When we are continuously being programmed, there will be no escape at all from this mental prison. And we may not be able to know who we truly are, what life is about, and we might not be able to experience life to its fullest. Isn't that painful? From the day we were born, we have been brought up and programmed to think that being normal is to study, to get a job, to work hard all our lives, and retire when we are old and useless. And then we find ourselves worrying a lot, depressed, anxious, seeking attention. And all along, we will have forgotten to enjoy life, to look for that thing that we can do that gives us passion and purpose. We've been taught that following the herd or following the mob, that being told what to do and what to follow is the right thing to do. We've been rendered powerless. Give it a thought. Wouldn't living life on your own terms, doing what you love, and being paid for what you love doing, and working to build your passion be so much better? Your way is the right way. Find yourself. Find your purpose. Find what you are passionate about that fills your heart with a fire of service for humanity. Find your way through the rat race, through the maze of life. Schools never taught us to look for our passion, nor how to cultivate our happiness or find our inner selves to be co-creators of our own reality using our refined mind. Enough is enough. We are done playing small and being victims of our prior programming. It is time to step into the version of your highest self and let go. And then go after what you truly want, that thing that you truly want, that you are passionate about in life. And you can draw it from the field of infinite possibilities. Start feeling stronger within. Take your power back so as to create massive shifts in your external reality by influencing matter with the energy of attention and observation from your mind or consciousness through your new, reprogrammed, and rewired subconscious mind. If you want to change your life, you have to decide to where you are directing and focusing your energy. Remember, where attention goes, energy flows and growth occurs. This is a principle in personal development as we are on this pilgrimage to personal growth and personal transformation. So, focusing your mental and emotional energy on a particular area will cause that area to expand and develop. And consciously directing your attention, you can cultivate a desired outcome, and your focused attention becomes a powerful tool for attracting corresponding opportunities and experiences. This concept encourages highlighting how your focus determines what flourishes in every area of your life. As we get closer to the end of this presentation, what are you holding in your subconscious mind that is attracting what you keep experiencing? This subconscious mind can either work for you or against you. And the power of your subconscious mind is such that it can either lift you up to unimaginable heights or drag you into the depths of despair, depending on the beliefs that you nourish it with. And this subconscious mind is the hidden force controlling 95% of your life. The subconscious mind is like a fertile soil. It reaps the kind of seeds you sow in it. If you have constructive thoughts, it will have a positive impact. The subconscious mind is the doorway into the field of infinite possibilities, acting as an intermediary between our internal state and the external world. What are you holding in your subconscious mind that keeps you stuck? Are you stuck in a situation that doesn't fulfill you? Are you shrinking into places that you have outgrown? Do you find yourself running stories in your head that end up becoming self-fulfilled prophecies? Have you ever felt like you are walking on eggshells in order to maintain harmony? Do you struggle with feeling visible in professional settings? Do you apologize before sharing your opinion? Does compliment make you feel deeply uncomfortable? Do you downplay your achievements amid certain people or seek permission before taking an action? Does the thought of disappointing others keep you awake all night? Do you take on an extra work to avoid being seen as selfish? Does success seem scary rather than satisfying? Do you find yourself desperate for something? And this signals to the field that you don't have it? And the more you need something to happen, the more you are pushing it away. Because when we are desperate for something, we are operating from a place of lack, and lack creates more lack. So amongst all these 15 items that I have brought forward to you, all of them indicate that we have given our power away, and it is time to take our power back. It is time to change the story. And discovering that our thoughts are our choice can change our entire life. And knowing that we are unique expressions of the divine presence, each time we inhale, can direct this presence to heal each and every situation, condition, and enable us to get back our power and get us out of limitation into infinite possibilities. Now, let us plant our deepest desire in our subconscious mind with a breathing technique taught by Neville Goddard. And he says that nothing manifests in our physical world unless it reaches one specific space and place in our mind and is fully sealed there. And this is the only place with the power to pull your desire out of the invisible into your reality. That place is your subconscious mind. And your subconscious mind has its own language of feelings, not words. And your subconscious mind responds to vibration, emotion, and identity. Think of it as a transaction. You have a desire. It could be a certain amount of money. It could be healing some aspects of your energy or healing some aspect of your physical body, or a breakthrough in your career or marriage. Bring it to the gate of your subconscious mind and get ready to hand it over. At that gate, the exchange can only happen in the language of feeling all emotion. If you are speaking in affirmations without feeling, nothing gets through this gate. Hello? So plant your deepest desires directly into the part of your mind that decides what becomes your reality. And Neville Goddard taught a powerful breathing technique that can do exactly that. And it is called rhythmic breathing impregnation. When we do it right, we will feel the exact moment that desire takes root in our subconscious mind. And this technique uses breath and also uses vivid imagination and visualization. And it also uses intensive feeling to speak directly to the gate of the subconscious mind in the language it understands, so that your desire doesn't just float around in your mind, but takes root and gets sealed deep inside the subconscious mind, where it can finally grow into reality. And your mind can create a feeling without the event never getting real. And that is the power of your imagination. And that is the power that we are taking back right now. But you need to ask yourself this question first. What feelings have you been creating with your imagination? Is it fear or gratitude? Because fear is the most common negative force that plants itself into your subconscious mind without resistance. When fear sets in, your breathing changes and your heart races and your entire body starts responding to a feeling that came from nothing more than a thought that you were telling yourself in your head. So, the way fear imprints itself on you, you can breathe life into your deepest desire. We are now going to use our imagination, our breath, and our feelings to plant joy and certainty into our subconscious mind so it can't help but to grow. It's not enough to just think about what you want. You have to feel it so strongly so it becomes real inside you long before it shows up in your physical reality. So with eyes closed, think about one clear, specific intention, that desire, and hold it in your mind. Shut out all distraction for just a moment. Take a slow, steady breath in. Hold it for a second and let it out. And maintaining a steady rhythm again, breathing slow and deep. Hold and let it out again. As you breathe in, slow and steady, picture yourself breathing in the reality of your intention, like you are inhaling it into the chest. Healing for my body. A successful career. A successful ministry. Becoming a world-class healer. Whatever your desire is, breathe it in into your chest. See it with your mind's eye. Feel it in your heart and know it is coming closer with every breath that you take. Constructing my dream home where I will retire. And as you breathe out, let go of everything that could block it. Let go of every doubt. Let go of old belief that says it can't happen. Exhale doubt, exhale fear out of your body like smoke disappearing into the air. And as you breathe in again, breathe in that vision, those sights, those sounds, those feelings of already having achieved it. And as you breathe out the weight, the stress, the second guessing. Feel your shoulders relax. Feel your mind begin to relax. And with each breath, you aren't just calming yourself, you are tuning yourself to the exact frequency of what you want to plant in your subconscious mind. Keep that rhythmic breathing steady, controlled, and peaceful. And this is you stepping into alignment. Now build the emotion and start breathing a little bit faster. Not rushed, not frantic. Just enough to feel the energy building inside you and keep it steady and controlled. And let your breath carry more life and more fire. And with each inhale, feel your body charging with excitement, like something amazing is about to happen. With each exhale, release more resistance, more of that old story that says your intention can't be yours. As you breathe faster, picture your intention getting brighter, getting sharper, more vivid in your mind. If it's money, see the exact amount in your account. 4.8 billion for the construction of my dream home where I will retire. If it's healing, feel that body part whole and strong. My immunity is stronger. If it's love, see the face of your lover. Feel their touch. And now bring in gratitude. I am grateful I have the money I need. I am grateful I am healed. I am grateful I have found my lover. Smile. Breathe in and feel that gratitude. Now, say 3 words that collapse the distance between you and your intention instantly. And these 3 words are, it is done. It is done. It is done. It is done. And keep the shift in your body. Breathing out, let that joy spread through your chest, your arms, your whole body. Keep going in and out and let the rhythm and feeling take over. Every breath is proof to your subconscious mind that your intention is real and that your intention is done and it is planted in your subconscious mind. Now, let's get to the peak moment. On the next in-breath, take in the deepest, fullest inhale possible to fill your lungs. to fill your chest, to fill your whole body with this intention and desire. And as you do, lock your mind on that desire, on that intention in crystal clear detail. See it as it's right in front of you. That dream home where I will retire, that will become the home of oasis of peace and love. If it's a new home, walk through the front door with your mind. If it is a new job, sit on your designated desk. If it is love, feel their arms around you. If it's health, feel the strength, the vitality, and the energy flowing throughout your entire body. Breathe in that desire. Hold that breath and feel the image expand. Every color is more vivid. Every sound is sharper. Every feeling is stronger. Now pay attention to your chest, to your heart, and to your belly. Because that is the spark. That is the rush. That is the thrill. It's your subconscious mind saying, yes, this dream is mine. This vision is mine. This dream home is mine. This new job is mine. This relationship is mine. And as you slowly exhale, release every single fear, every doubt, every what if. Feel them leave your body with the air as you breathe out. And watch them dissolve into nothing. Right here, right now, the seed has been planted in the subconscious mind, that seed of your desired reality. It's the instant this is the instant where your subconscious mind accepts your new reality as truth. Your outer world that you are still struggling in has no choice at all but to rearrange itself to match the desire that has been planted in your subconscious mind. Clap for yourself. And lastly, release and trust. Once the seed is planted, let it go. Don't interrupt the process by doubting if it worked. Trust the process. Walk, speak, and act as if it is already yours. And let that vibration soak into every cell of your body. And the moment you practice this breathing, you handed your desire, you handed your seed over to your subconscious mind, which is working day and night from the moment you have planted it to align people, places, opportunities, and events to make it real. And you can do this once a day for the next 7 days. And as we end this presentation, how are you experiencing the shift from the material mind to the spirit mind in your day-to-day life. Put it in writing, speak it into existence, and feel the shift. How touched were you by living a transcended life? How have you practiced being aware of and observing what you send and receive from the field, and how is the field obeying your consciousness? I hope you have enjoyed this presentation. Have a good evening and peaceful night. Namaste.